I'm going to do the Capricorn and Gemini love reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not. All right, so we have some romance angels to go in between. We have a deck here and a deck here, so whatever side resonates with you. Or it could just be one big message for you. We'll get some clarifiers and close out with an oracle. All right, so let's get some romance angel to see what's going on between Capricorn and Gemini. We have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. We have playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And then we have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. All right. So there may be something that's going on between the two of you, and you're kind of, you know, it's something that you have to you have to work through. And then that brings that lightheartedness, that brings that fun. But it's to stay positive, that relationships have those ups and downs, and that maybe right now you're in this down and you're struggling, but it's to stay positive and to keep working in this relationship, to keep moving forward, right? To not give up. And it's how you handle those difficult times shows, you know, how the relationship will go. Because if you give up and you walk away, then, or if you just put up those walls, then obviously that's just going to create more problems. And maybe you swept it under the rug and you can deal with it now, but that's going to, I feel like that's just going to come back to haunt you sometime in the future, right? And it may be that if you don't work through that, then you start nitpicking or you start finding these things wrong, but it's really not about that. It's about that deeper thing that you swept underneath the rug that you weren't able to process and work through. All right, so this side we have the Three of Wands, we have the Hermit, we have the Six of Cups, we have the Justice card, we have the Hangman, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and then we have the Seven of Swords for overall. I feel like this side feels like they can't be true to themselves. I feel like this side can't really say how they're feeling. Like they can't be true how they're feeling. I feel like this side is hiding something. This side is, there's something on their mind, there's something that they're feeling, there's something that's going on that they feel like they can't be true to themselves. They're not really being open with something. We have the Three of Wands, which we have the Fool on the sail there. We have the Hermit, and we have the Six of Cups. I feel like this side, I feel like they're struggling with something. They're not really sure what direction that they want to get back to this happiness. I feel this side feels heavy. They're like, I don't really know what to do moving forward. I don't know. I'm questioning things. I want things to be lighter. I want things to be happy. This could be that, you know, they're feeling like they want to get back to this happiness, but they have to look within and have this Hermit energy and put that light on that and see what is the direction that they want to go and what is the path. I feel like this side is confused. They're not really sure what they want to do. We have the Justice card, the Hangman, and then the Ace of Pentacles. The Hangman is about looking at things from a different perspective. Seeing things from a different perspective. I feel like this side feels like things aren't balanced. Like they're like, they don't feel like this side over here is putting in as much effort as this side's giving in. I feel like this side feels like they can't be themselves. I feel like, again, I feel like it's that something may have happened in the past and it was swept underneath the rug, and that it's kind of caused problems because you haven't worked through that. And I feel like this side over here is definitely feeling like that. And I feel like this side has put those walls up, and they're not feeling like they can be true to themselves because of whatever happened. They're like, okay, I'm having to suppress these feelings or these thoughts. But I feel like this side kind of turns that around, and they say, you know what? I really need to look at this. And especially with the Ace of Pentacles being here, I feel like that's that new start. And I feel like this side is kind of in that energy where they're ready to put the work in and figure things out, what's going on. All right, so what's going on with this side over here? All right, we have Eight of Pentacles. We have the King of Wands. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Emperor. We have the Six of Wands. We have the King of Pentacles. And we have, yeah, it's almost like, I feel like this next one, Ace of Pentacles. Look at that. You both have Ace of Pentacles. That's why I like using the two different decks to see if there's any same energies. So you both have the Ace of Pentacles, and aces are new beginnings and new starts. And I feel like you guys want to work on this relationship, but I feel like things have to be changed. This side over here has the Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles as an overall energy. And I feel like this side has put up walls too. I almost feel like you both have. Like you've both kind of put up these walls because I feel like there's something that you didn't fully work through that situation. And I feel like you both want to get back to this playfulness. You both want to stay positive about the relationship, and you want to get back to this lightheartedness, this fun that you had. And maybe that's just sort of disappeared because you haven't worked through this thing. So we have Eight of Pentacles, King of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. Ready for that change, ready to work on things, to change things up. Eight of Pentacles is a new way of doing things, right? A new way of looking at things. It's a new way of, something has to be changed within this relationship. And I feel like you're both feeling that. You're both feeling that something has to change, something has to be worked through, something has to be discussed, something has to be dealt with. And this side over here, you have the Emperor, the Six of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is somebody who is ready to put the work in, right? Somebody who wants to put the work in. With the Six of Wands here, I feel like that success and victory and wanting to work on it. I both feel like you want to work on this situation. But maybe before, like, you weren't on the same page, but now I'm feeling like you are on the same page, or you're getting on the same page, or you're realizing it. I feel like this side was a little more hesitant. But I feel like you're both kind of getting on that same page, and you're both realizing, like, yeah, I want to get this relationship back on track. King of Wands. Okay, so you both have King of Wands. The King of Wands represents actions, but I also feel like it's thinking about it before you actually do it. A King of Wands is someone who's very wise, somebody who is very smart, knowledgeable, passionate. Doesn't want to give up. Hermit. This side has the Hermit yet again. Like I was feeling, like I was saying, I feel like this side really needs to look within, because there is an obstacle here, right? Because there's the snake is right there, and the Hermit is like, how do I move forward? He's shining his light on the snake and saying, there is an obstacle, and there is an obstacle between the two of you right here. And this side is like, I really need to figure this out. I need to have this time and this space, and I need to look at this, and I need to figure it out, what it is that I want to do. How are we going to get past this? Feeling exhausted and tired, but it's like, hang in there. Like, this is one of those challenges in those relationships where it's like, you know, I feel like if you walk away, or that it's, even if you get into a new relationship, I feel like it's going to come to this same point again. But this is that turning point where it's like, once you're able to see this and work through it, that it really changes your whole perspective on everything, and it changes this relationship. And I feel like it'll bring it closer together. I feel like communication is very important. Communication is key. I feel like that's maybe what is lacking here, is that communication. But I feel like it's the communication on how you truly feel inside, right? It's not telling someone something what they want to hear because you feel like that's the right thing. And sometimes we say things because we want someone to stay in a relationship. We're like, well, I'll tell them this because I want them to stay in this relationship, but is that really how I feel? Right? I'll tell this person everything is fine and everything's okay, or but it's like, are you really being true to yourself on how you really feel? Because you're just saying something to stay in it, but then you're still feeling this frustration or this emptiness within this relationship. Because I feel like this side is just not being true to themselves, how they really feel. And I feel like that's the core of the problem with this person, is because this person is not really saying how they want to feel. That maybe they've been saying things just to pacify the other person or to not cause conflict. And I feel like that is causing conflict, right? Maybe it's something that happened with this other side, and this side is like, yeah, I'm over it, I'm fine, I'm okay. But really that side hasn't worked through it. They're not okay with it. They're not feeling good with it. They're not feeling like that closeness anymore. And because they haven't been true to that, this side has been starting to feel that resistance, that pushback from this side, because they're like, well, I can feel your energy. I can see it. It's starting to affect me. It's starting to affect this relationship. But I feel like this side realizes that, okay, I need to speak my truth, and I have to, however that is, take this Hermit energy and figure that out, how I can talk to this other side and say my truth and say what it is that I'm feeling. And maybe this side really isn't 100% sure how they're feeling, and it's you taking that time, figuring out how you're really feeling and what it is that you truly want to say to the side. Sometimes it's easier just to write it down on a piece of paper, and that's how you can get the conversation started, is sorting through your thoughts, taking that time, writing it down, and then organizing it, or feeling like it's what are those things that are most important for you to talk about so that you can work through this. All right, the Emperor. This side has the Emperor twice, and I feel like this side is also trying to figure things out too. This side wants to work on things. I definitely feel like you both want to work on these things, that you want to get past this, but you're just struggling on how do we do this, right? I do feel that this side is feeling the pushback from this side, and they're like, I'm not really sure what it is to do, because with this Seven of Pentacles, she's kind of looking back and kind of thinking, I'm not really sure what to do. What's the plan? How do we move forward from this? How do we, recover from this? But I feel like it's this side over here is the side that really, again, needs to figure out how they're feeling and has to speak their truth in order for this to move forward, right? Queen of Wands, wanting to move forward, wanting to take those actions, wanting to get past this situation. Two of Swords, not making a move until you hear all sides, right? I feel like maybe this side wants to run away, or this side wants to shut down, but I feel like this side is struggling too. They're like, how do I figure this out? I just don't know how to do this. I just want to make sure that I hear everything and I see anything. And then we have Page of Pentacles as an overall energy, and I feel like, yes, I do feel that Page of Pentacles is about things changing and moving towards the good, and I feel like that's going to happen, but I definitely feel like there is this struggle going on right here, and this side just needs to be patient and hang on, and this side really needs to realize that they have things that they have to work through and express and communicate, right? Six of Pentacles, that communicating and sharing and talking about this and staying positive. Like this side, you both have, I feel like you're both optimistic about the relationship, and you want to get back to that lightheartedness. But once you have this forgiving and this learning and you get past this, but I feel like this will help you in the future too, because it's like, okay, we're not going to let this get to this point, right? Because this has been a lot for the two of you. We're not going to let this get to this point. We're going to make sure that we catch that before this happens, and making sure that this person feels safe to be able to speak their truth. Maybe it's about telling this side, hey, you weren't making me feel safe, that what it is that I was feeling and what it is that I have to say, that I couldn't say that, right? You weren't making me feel like it was safe for me to say that. And I need you to make it a safe environment, a safe space for me to say how I'm feeling, and for you not to put down how I'm feeling or make me feel bad how I'm feeling. And that maybe you may not understand that, as in the Emperor, you may not understand how I'm feeling, but you have to recognize is that this is my truth and this is how I'm feeling. And being able to communicate that with that other person lets them know, and this side has to be open to hearing what this side has to say. And this side may have things that they need to say to this side, right? That they may say, well, you know, you took this the wrong way, or you weren't understanding what I was saying, and then all of a sudden you put walls up, and that, you know, so it's just about the two of you working through those things. Whale spirit, trust the great mystery, that it's the unknown, but it's like trusting that, you know, moving forward, that, you know, you're not sure what's going to happen, but like working through things right now and trusting that, you know, that you're both learning and you're both growing. And then we have mouse spirit, tend to the small things, right? That's very important in a relationship, is those little things count. Those showing that person in those little ways, you know, reaching out and grabbing their hand, or telling them, someone that, you know, they're important to you, or getting that person their, you know, favorite dinner, or doing those little things helps to show each other that in the big picture that you do care about those person. It's the details, right? Those details, those little things that show each other. And maybe that's something what the two of you need to work on to get back to that playfulness, is doing those little things maybe that you used to do for each other that showed the other person that you cared, and kind of getting back to the basics, right? And that helps this, once you're able to get through this, to get on the right track. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.